Alright guys, we're back at it again today. We went to AutoZone and rented that I just threw across the damn carport. Rented that. We've been to the gym. It's really fucking hot. Really tired. Let's get to it. Let's get this thing out of here. This is the tool. Basically you just put that in the pilot bearing and you spin it until the bastard comes out. And that is our pilot bearing. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the tripod and we'll go ahead and get this thing pulled. Alright guys, this is not wanting to work at all. It's just not wanting to come out of there. This is turning out to be a lot more difficult than I had originally expected. Alright guys, I aim to be fully transparent with you guys about everything. And if that means avoiding crappy products, then that's that. I appreciate the guy so far for trying to help me, but I'm just not entirely happy with the quality of these kits because I'm using an official tool to try to pull this pilot bearing, and I've reset this thing multiple times, and this is just what's happening. It's just separating the bearing from the adapter piece. Meanwhile, the actual piece isn't coming out of the fucking crank. So this is extremely aggravating and tiresome because at this point, how many times do I have to have a product with this guy? I mean, a problem with this guy's product. So, I don't know, but unless this just like magically works perfect the next time that I put this stuff together, I would just recommend steering clear from this. My opinion could change and I'll let you guys know if it does. But I'm just sick and tired of having to deal with problems that just shouldn't be problems. You know what I'm saying? So, stick around and we'll see if we can get this thing out. Alright, so finally got this thing out. The rental tool really didn't do much. We kind of bent it in the process. So we got the bearing out, not before it pretty much broke itself. I wasted half a loaf of bread and had to call in reinforcements to bring me a pry bar, but we finally got it out. Alright fellas, new pilot bearing. Just gonna go ahead and pop this in here just like this. Give it a good whack with the hammer and get it set in there. Alright guys, new bearing is in. This is the needle bearing, a little bit different than the other one. A little bit, supposedly the actual bearing is a little bit thinner in diameter. Not really sure, but we're gonna go ahead and reinstall my billet flywheel adapter plate thing. Got the Loctite. Gonna go ahead and get this done now. Alright guys, time to install a clutch, and for that we're going to need our clutch alignment tool. So I'm sure you guys have seen how to do this by now. Just stick the clutch on this, stick this like that, and then just install it. Alright guys, flywheel is installed, clutch is installed, and yeah. So we made some pretty good progress today. Finally got all this stuff buttoned back together. Now we just need to finish getting the transmission put back on. Alright guys, let's talk about another issue that I'm having here. When I bought this kit, the guy that I ordered it from told me to use a J2 bell housing, which is what I have here. And as you can see, I'm having a clearancing issue here. When I try to put this thing on, there's about 1 inch of clearance and gap there that I can't get the transmission to go over. The last time that I installed this thing, me and my friend basically forced it into submission. And I'm curious if that's why I'm having the issues that I'm having, because as well, I have a J3 bell housing over here, and if you guys don't know the difference, this one's about ½ an inch longer, I think. 1 inch to ½ an inch longer than the J2. And I'm curious if maybe the guy gave me the wrong adapter plate or told me the wrong information that I'm supposed to use a J3. So I don't know, I'm waiting to hear back from him. But I believe that's where this video is going to end. I'm going to go get cleaned up and I'll talk to you guys here in just a minute. Alright, what's up guys? Just got back from the gym and out of the shower. Having a really weird issue with getting the transmission on. I've confirmed that I have the right bell housing and whatnot. So I don't really know what the issue is. So what we're going to do in the next video is we are going to start taking things off piece by piece and still trying to put the transmission on. So for starters, I'm going to take the slave cylinder off of the transmission. We're going to start there, and we're going to attempt to bolt the transmission up and see if the transmission will go on. If it still won't go on, then we'll take the pressure plate off. If it still won't go on, we'll take the clutch off. I mean, man, I don't really know what the issue could be. If you guys have any tips or tricks or anything in the comment to try, yeah, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll ask that if you haven't already, subscribe for more. Give the video a thumbs up, please. The likes really help. And other than that, guys, hope you all have a wonderful day. You can follow me on Instagram at mellow_2jz. And other than that, peace out.